Alright, good evening YouTube. Today I'll be making a basic shaman guide for any elemental shaman out there that would like to learn how to play their class better. And first thing we're going to go over is the talents, which is the most basic part of the class. In the first tier, I like to go with Astral Shift, which is a 40% damage reduction for 6 seconds. It's on a very short cooldown. Some people prefer Stone Bulwark Totem, which is more of like damage prevention. It's an absorb that gets put on you. Some people prefer that as well. And Nature's Guardian is basically an oh shit spell that will automatically get put on you when you drop below 25% health. Or sorry, 30% health. In tier 30, it's very, very fight dependent. But right now I have Earth Grab Totem, because I don't know why. Windwalk Totem is preferable for some fights, like Korag and Highmaul. When he slows you, that can be used to unslow the whole raid. But apart from that, these don't really matter. Level 45, I prefer Totemic Projection because I like being able to move my totems wherever I want. Like, let's say I have a Capacitor Totem and I want to stun the ads on a certain fight to help the tank out. I can move it. I don't have to run over there and place down the totem. Totemic Persistence is okay, so you don't like double up on totems on accident and destroy your other one. But you don't really do that if you know what you're doing. Call of Ailments basically just resets the cooldown on your totems, and I found that most of them that it can reset are on a short cooldown anyway, so it's not very useful in PvE. Next we're going to go over the DPS, level 60 talents. I prefer Elemental Mastery, which is a basically burst haste cooldown that I like to line up with Ascendance to put all my damage into that big set of cooldowns. Some people prefer Social Swiftness, but I don't really like it. It's a static haste increase in when you activate it, your next spell becomes instacast. It's on a 1.5 minute cooldown. I feel the Elements is good because it's like your primary AoE talent. And it can also be good single target, so that if you have 2 charges of Lava Burst, you're not wasting procs. But I prefer Elemental Mastery. Next we're going to go over level 75 talents, which is the healing set. Rushing Streams, your totem doesn't really do that much anyway, and it's kind of a burden to put down sometimes, so I don't really go for that. Ancestral Guidance is basically a healing cooldown for when you're doing damage. It'll convert some of that into healing. I like to do that just in case the whole raid is slow, and I'm popping my cooldowns. It's doing a lot of damage, converting it into a lot of healing. Your Healing Rain in your DPS spec doesn't really do that much healing anyway, so Conductivity is a pretty useless talent. Level 90 talents are another DPS set. I prefer Unleash Fury, so I can make my Ascendances bigger with Lava Burst, also lining up with Elemental Mastery. And what Unleash Fury does is it increases the damage of Lightning Bolt by 30% and Lava Burst by 10% for 10 seconds. Some people like Primal Elementalist because they like to send it out there and not have to pay attention to it, let it do its own thing. Elemental Blast will be your primary AoE talent because it gives you a static buff, whereas Unleash Fury does not affect any part of your AoE. Storm Elemental Totem, it's basically another elemental. If you're using Primal Elementalist, you'll always pretty much want to use this. It will heal allies and damage ads and stuff as well. Liquid Magma basically is your primary AoE talent for this tier. For 10 seconds it will basically empower your lava totem to put out little magma globs, and it'll AoE off that mob to all other mobs within the radius. Elemental Fusion is your primary 2 target and 1 target ability. Sorry, Elemental Fusion. And your Lava Burst and Lava Lash increase the damage for your next shock by 40%, stacking up to 2 times. Basically, this is good if you actually are more familiar with Shaman and can keep track of how big your flame shocks are and stuff like that. Next, we're going to go over glyphs. The glyphs are highly situational. I like to use primarily for AoE. You will always use Chain Lightning because if it's 4 more targets, it'll allow your Chain Lightning to hit more targets, giving you more stacks of Lightning Shield and doing more damage. Lightning Shield's always a good glyph because it just reduces the damage you take. and the rest aren't really have anything to do with your combat. Some people prefer Spirit Walker's Grace, which increases the duration of your Spirit Walker's Grace by 5 seconds if there's a high movement fight, which is always good. Next, we'll be going over core abilities and rotation. Your main filler ability is Lightning Bolt, which it's like a lesser lava burst. It just fires a bolt of lightning at the target and you can spam it. Your bigger hitting ability is Lava Burst, and when you pop that, it's basically on an 8-second cooldown and deals significantly more damage than Lightning Bolt. Flame Shock. Always keep Flame Shock on your target, because it'll make your Lava Burst hit harder. Next, we'll be going over your opening rotation in a raid, let's say. My opening rotation is Pre-Pot, Elemental Totem, Flame Shock, Elemental Mastery, Ascendance, Unleash Fury, spam Lava Burst until it's over. And then as soon as Lightning Shield, which is right here, reaches 20 stacks, you're going to want to pop that, and then get a couple more Lava Bursts in before Ascendance ends. And then go into your primary rotation, which is Lightning Bolt, keep Flame Shock up, and then use Lava Burst whenever it's available. And always remember to keep a Fire Totem down, like Searing Totem, or your Fire Elemental Totem when it's up. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next guide.